Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jer and we are going to be talking about the Boulet Brothers Dragula Tetons, episode 3. So this is the science fiction horror double feature episode. I'm really excited to get another callback episode. What's been so stunning about this season is getting to see this reference to the series. Last week being a reference to season 1, this one being a reference to season 2. So in the beginning, there's lots of fighting going on. The drama is so entertaining and I hate it, but I am kind of like, I also want to say you can like someone as a person, but not like what they're doing or not like their drag presentation. So that whole fight was like really bothersome to me because I've competed in a lot of competitions before in the past. There have been a lot of queens who I'm like, I love you and I want you to succeed. I want you to do the best that you can, but also you sucked in this challenge and you should go home. The fright feat this week is a physical one. I'm glad we're kind of moving away from the food stuff because that is disgustable. Disgusting! So they have to get spun around in a room like an anti-gravity situation. None of them can throw up. They did a sound effect at the end like someone did. So I was like, oh my God, did somebody puke? Are we getting Yovska back? But no, I was bummed about that. I was really hoping someone would have thrown up. They receive their assignment and they start getting to work. But before we get to the final floor show, we get a big reveal about Melissa and what's going on in her life and what's happening with her personally, that her husband left. And even though she didn't connect the dots, I think everything starts to make sense why she's so focused on other people's problems and other people's behavior and performances rather than her own, because she's trying not to focus on herself. As people, when we are dealing with really heavy stuff, we don't want to focus on our issues because we might not be ready to process it, especially in a situation like Dragula. So it's possible that Melissa's just casting all of her internal stuff outward so that she can deal with it when she can. I hope that things work out the way that they're supposed to, and I hope that she is able to take care of herself because ultimately she's more important than $100,000. All right, let's move on to the runway. So as usual, here is my list of the performances and looks that I liked from least to best. In the 9th spot is British final girl Kendra Onyx. I personally love Kendra's style. I think it's really great. I think she adds a very specific thing to Dragula. I don't think that this matched the challenge, which is why she was in the bottom for me. Next was Abora. Was she a saloon girl? Was she a big condom alien? The makeup was cool, but I don't really think it matched the challenge. Next was Coco. Now, these proportions were absolutely bonkers. I think the way that she arranged the padding and the breastplate with the corsetry and the way that she just had everything styled was really cool. I loved this idea of a futuristic sex worker. I love the attention to that because sex work is real work and there are a lot of people out there who rely on that for their livelihood, and that should be respected and understood, and that's gonna always be a thing that's going to exist even into the future. I think it was really good. I think other people just did a little bit better. Next is Hoso, and Hoso was giving this like mechanical warrior. If you've not seen Eastward, it's a video game. It's like a little 8-bit game. I think it's only on the Switch. It's really cute. It was giving me that. It was cool. Next is Astrid, and I really loved all the eyeballs that were on it. I loved the little LED lights on the fingers. It was giving a strange, gross alien, and I liked that it almost looked like a Legend of Zelda boss. I liked the detail in it. Astrid has continuously been raising the bar every single week. I think is going to be really good for her in the competition. Next was Eva, and the Boulets put her in the bottom, but I thought her like robot janitor thing was kind of fun. I did think like she brought out a mop. Last week she brought out a broom, And so the prop is less effective now because she just did this last week. I did like Drax saying, what, is she gonna come out on a Roomba next week? It was a good look though, I really liked it. I thought the sort of Rosie from the Jetsons was a fun idea. The way that she did the face and her eyeball movements were insane. I liked the look a lot and I thought it fit the challenge. I understand the prop comment, but I don't know if a mop was enough to be like, you're in the bottom. I think it's only because they have really high expectations of Eva. Next is Erica. Now, sheesh, I did not recognize her. She came out and I was like, did they bring someone else in the competition? I have no clue who that is. And then it said Erica and I'm like, there's no pathological way that Erica did that. There's no way. It was so good. I loved the way that she built the costume. Yeah, the bodysuit was simple, but the fact that Erica broke out from what is Erica and gave us something new, a completely different mug, a completely different silhouette, that was top 3 material in my opinion. Next is Melissa, and she was giving us this sort of predator look, which I really loved. I really love that silhouette as far as looking into the future. I think there's a couple different ways that people look at sci-fi horror, and going in the predator direction is very smart. I loved everything about the way that she built the costume. The hair was really fun because it was giving drag, but it was also giving feature film. It could have easily been something that came out of a prop department from a big budget movie, and it was great. And then my top choice was Victoria, giving us this Resident Evil type of creature. When she came out at the beginning, walking out backwards with her head tilted, it instantly gave me Resident Evil 2. It gave me this mutated creature that got out of the lab and is wandering free, infecting other people. Victoria does this really amazing thing where she tells a story with her look by just a small movement. And that was her keeping her head cocked and walking a certain way. And then showing off the different prosthetic pieces that was built. It was so next level. It is extremely unfair for all of these competitors to go against Victoria because Victoria is going to sweep throughout the entire competition. Unless she makes a huge misstep, I think Victoria's already won this season, and I'm at peace with this, and I'm okay with this, and I'm manifesting it now. So the bottoms this week, unfortunately, are Abora and Kendra, who I understand and I agree with. The two of them objectively missed the mark more. Everybody else sort of hit the mark and hit the target, and just were on various levels of like, this person just outperformed or had a more elaborate costume than this one. The two of them really, I think, missed it. And also Eva was in the bottom. She got really good critiques, but then it seemed more constructive. It seemed like a harsher version of what they gave Melissa. So the winner of the challenge is Hoso, which I love Hoso. I was slightly confused by, and I didn't understand why Melissa wasn't there to get critiques. Melissa was safe, which was very confusing to me because I thought that she was top 2. But Hoso wins a challenge, and they might just be trying to set up something going forward because I think that Hoso's probably going to be top 4. But they also announced that because it's a double feature, Victoria also wins, which was the correct win response. Victoria absolutely killed this challenge. She knocked it out of the park, as they might say in sport ball. I love the way that her mind works, and she's so good at what she does. And we get to the extermination, and Kendra unfortunately is out. I'm bummed because I think that Kendra has a lot to give. I think that Kendra has a lot to offer, and I think that Kendra is a really fantastic performer. I think that Kendra's got a lot of really great ideas. It makes me sad to see her leave and to not be hitting the full potential that I know that she can reach. But next week, I wonder if things are gonna be a little bit too much for Abora. Because there's rumors that someone leaves this season. The Boulets apparently confirmed it on their podcast. And Meatball said something on a podcast recently that someone leaves this season. Is it gonna be Abora? And will Kendra get a chance to come back? I'm gonna call it now, and we're gonna fingers crossed, and hopefully my girl gets to come back and compete one more week, show what she's got, and maybe wake up. I've seen Kendra do amazing things. I know Kendra can do this. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your thoughts were on this episode, and I will see you next time. Goodbye. Hey, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to click that like button. And if you want to see more, hit subscribe. Goodbye.